Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at.
You know what I said? We've always been friends.
Yeah, we can, bro. You on P5? Yes or no?
Jaguars come to the line.
Just to let you know, bro, y'all send our front. I don't airbag.
They threw an interception
So,
the
you
first
know.
time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play call dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Youngsters.
Here's Lawrence. That's complete to the rookie from Colorado. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Lawrence will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Jags are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Following the interception, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
He's going to air one out. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens,
he's got it at the 15. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's caught. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go 52.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brenton Strange, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On play action. Love to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, an even 90 yards. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play fake. Here's Love. That's taken in by Watson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Antonio Johnson makes the stop. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This a 2nd and 8. Love now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Matthew Golden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Here's Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll indeed go for it. Here's Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Third and 5. Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.